Hi, it's Jill from Jilly Bean Studio. I hope you can join me today for some fun in 2 composition notebook junk journals and can grab a cup of whatever you enjoy and journal a bit too. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I am glad you're here. So I have updated my 2023 plans. I am continuing prepping for Junk Journal January, and this is hosted by Meg at Meg Journals. It looks like a lot of fun. I believe it's year 5. So I've printed out the information. You can print that out from her Instagram. And she also has a YouTube channel, so all of the information will be there as well. And I'll link that in the description box below. I have been prepping this cover. I did this in the last video, cutting down a composition notebook to 8 by 6, plopping a little gesso on it. And I was very inspired by, I believe it's Heather, I hope I have that right, at Ruby and Pearl XO. About 2 years ago, there was this cute no-sew junk journal that she made, and it had this sort of jean and lace sort of vibe to it, and I really liked it. So I'm pulling inspiration from that for sure. And in today's video, it's actually a few videos kind of coupled together because that's the way my week has been. So there'll be, definitely a little bit of this and that today. I'm gonna work on this cover, prep it for Junk Journal January, and then I decided to change my mind. At first, I was going to do just this for January. Went back and forth with it and decided, you know what, I have been loving my creative journal, my composition notebook, junk journal, that is kind of what I call the more traditional way, where you don't pull out the pages, you just decorate them. And oops, sorry, a little hair there in the leaning in to see what I'm doing on the camera. So yeah, I decided to go ahead and set that up a little bit. I've already collaged a cover, so I'll share that with you in a few minutes. And I've also thought about what I did this fall. So in reflecting, I love doing September, October, and November, but 3 months made a very chunky journal. So I'm thinking to mix it up. I know a lot of journalers do 2 months in a junk journal, especially a comp book. So I am setting it up for January and February. Yeah, so excited about all of this. And how are you doing? Are you going to jump into Junk Journal January? Are you doing other sorts of journaling? What does your 2023, I know, can you believe it? I can't believe I'm saying that. What does 2023 look like for you? I am reflecting on that too, and I'm feeling like the 2 different versions, I guess, of the composition notebook junk journal. One where you're removing the pages and then adding more of the junk journal, like mix of pages, book pages, and coffee dyed pages, and all that is going to be one fun way to journal. And then going back to decorating and prepping the comp book and using washi tape and doing my everyday creative journaling is going to be really enjoyable too. And so I guess the questions I was asking myself lately was like, how am I going to tackle prompts in the new year? What do I want to do about that? And how do I want to do my regular journaling? So I think starting with my regular journaling, I'm a journaler who likes to do 2 to 4 pages a week. That's been working well for me, so I'm pretty much going to stick to that, I think. And for the prompt journaling, that seems to be another thing. I've been thinking about, I guess I'm the person, let me go down this train of thought here. I like the buffet. When I go to the restaurant, I want to sample everything. And I'm finding that sometimes my excitement is like, is my stomach bigger than, or wait a minute. Yeah. No, are your eyes bigger than your stomach? See, I can't. I get excited. So what I've been thinking about, and I've actually been commenting and doing a little chatting with some other creatives, is I'm thinking about, well, first of all, there's no real rules to Junk Journal January, and a lot of the prompts, people just say, do what you do. You do you. So I'm thinking about really taking that on, because sometimes I do feel that pressure of doing every single thing. So for Junk Journal January, I'm going to go with the flow. I may do half the prompts. I may do all the prompts. We'll just see. And then later at the end of the video, I've been toying with this idea of another kind of prompt journal. I think I've introduced that at least once a few videos back, where it's a 2-ring binder that I can add things to as I go. And I don't know quite what to call it yet. I would love your ideas, your feedback. But right now it's sort of like an art prompt, I don't know, sampler or anytime art journal. I think it's one where I'm going to do a few prompts from different creatives, because there are so many goodies out there. There's so many good ideas. One example is Defemer Ember. I printed the things out, then all the holiday plans happened. Yep, all of that. You know how it goes. But I love the printables that Barbara at 49 Dragonflies and Louisa Hensel at Louisa Hensel on her YouTube, both of them. I've watched some of the videos. So I kind of feel like, yeah, just be a rebel. Go for the prompts when you can go for the prompts. And so that's kind of some 2023 prompt ideas for me. So anyways, back to the task at hand. This art prompt journal for Junk Journal January, I'm very excited about. I think this is the 5th year, and the collab is going to be really wonderful. Oop, gluey fingers there. So these are sort of my thoughts. I'm going to put this right in the front, the prompts, the little collab sheet. And I've sort of organized the pages. I have about 8 pages folded in half to make the signature. A mix of mixed media papers, book pages, and I'm going to fold them in. And my debate right now is, am I going to actually sew them in? So I made this little kind of folder out of scrapbook paper. I love the planner, old planner pages, inky art pages. I use some of the Distress Oxide on the comp notebook pages. Yeah, I think a cute little collection of 8 pages. And when you do fold those in half, you end up with backs and fronts, 4 sides. So that will definitely last me for all the prompts if I go that direction. And for now, I think I'm going to tie them in with this little bit of string and leave it a no-sew journal. All right, so to finish up the cover at this point, I am really loving this color. So this is Broken China. It's one of the Tim Holtz Distressed Oxides. I wasn't sure how it was going to look on the parchment paper that from that envelope that I opened up. I used a die cut and then that pretty book page with the bird on it. And yeah, I'm going to get messy here, so let's adjust. And I hope I'm going to pull in the best way a Gail Augustinelli. I love watching her channel, one of many that I watch over the Junk journaling, well, this year, 2022, and will also in 2023. And she does, although if I have it exactly straight, I don't know, so forgive me, but I think it's Think and Ink. Could be Ink and Think. I'm using a makeup sponge because I can't find my dauber right now. And yeah, just getting over the gesso, the broken china. I like that. That's a sweet, soft color. It reminds me of winter. I do live in New England. I live in Connecticut, and actually we're warming up this week. We will be a balmy 47 degrees Fahrenheit. Probably when this posts, maybe even 50. But yeah, these kind of the soft winter colors I'm enjoying on this cover. And then I'm going to go in with the vintage photo. Maybe warm this up slightly. And ink that up a bit more. So how is your journaling going? What are your thoughts for 2023? What are you excited about? I would love to know. I'm always inspired by this journaling community. So many good ideas. So many good sharing and videos and all of that on YouTube. I'm going to go over the little bit of strip of this fabric. This is a Waverly fabric. I got it at Walmart actually, and I just tore it into strips. But I think that will be nice if it looks a little inky too. Okay. I'm a journaler. I like to leave things on my table for a while. I do sort of a drive-by. Do you do that? I look at it for a while, then I add the next layer, add the next layer. So yeah, this inking and seeing, what else it needs. But to me, that's part of the joy of journaling, is just getting in my creative space, relaxing, going with the flow, having a cup of. Today for me it's coffee, although recently I'll drink tea as well, and in these chilly New England days I like a good cup of hot cocoa too. I like that. All right, that's shaping up. It's certainly not done, but we're getting there, friends. Yeah, so let me know what's going on with you. I would love to hear. I'm gonna put these distressed oxides aside. And as I said, these are kind of a couple sessions I just linked together because of the way my journaling time was. Sometimes, you have those lovely hours when you can journal, and sometimes you just have those few minutes. So I'm gonna kind of clear the deck and come in. So I journaled a lot off camera for this one. These are some printables from Little Bindy, which is Johanna Klau's Etsy shop. Love them. I did not use them as intended as foldables. She has them as like interactive things you can put on your page. I just ended up using them, cutting them out as clip art. Really think they're pretty. Put a little gesso down, and again, this is still a work in progress. I'm going to add some washi tape to the edges, but in terms of the next step of prepping this journal, it was a little easier than the last one because I'm only doing 2 months. So I have February on this side, so I went right smack dab in the middle, of course, of the notebook, and I count out about 4 pages or so for the week and glue stick them together. So there's 2 pages stuck together, not 4 stuck together, 2 stuck together. And then I count out the 4 pages that I need because I like to journal not every single day, as I've mentioned. Did the same thing for January. I did leave a few extra pages in the front because I'm going to try that 1 line a day thingy a little bit. It didn't work out so well last time for me. I had it in the back. And what I'm showing you now is how to rip out the pages. It may be obvious, but it might not be the first time you do this. The pages obviously are attached front and back. So when you rip a couple from the front, the back two should come out really easily. So quick and simple, but just thought I'd show you that little bit. And then those are great for lots of things. You can repurpose them. Sometimes I just glue on them. And yes, you can reinforce your spine also with washi tape. So that's basically my process. You know, not a step-by-step tutorial by any means, but I think overall you get the idea. Counting your pages, gluing your pages. And this will be, I think, a lot of fun for January and February. But again, I didn't quite feel it was done. So I'm coming back one more time for another part of a video session. And here we go, another cup of, yes. What would I do without the cup of? So I have tied the journal pages in for this currently no-sew junk journal. I think it's turning out cute. Got the beginnings right. I love that. 2023. Gosh, it's hard to believe, right? Okay, so that is prepped. I have somewhere to start. And then I decided, I haven't done this before, but I have this gaff white tape, and I decided to make the spine white. It just, I don't know, it seemed to need something else to finish it. And then look, one of my free printables, which still are free, the gingerbread girl, she was hanging out, needed a spot, and I put a little gesso on the back. So yeah, still a work in progress, a lot of prepping done. Gingerbread girl hopped on. So I've really enjoyed journaling with you. Thanks for Jilly beaning with me in 2022. As I end the home stretch here, this is the journal I think I'm going to jump into as an anytime art prompt journal. Those are some beautiful printables from Defember Ember, Barbara at 49 Dragonflies, and Louisa Heinzel. So I'm going to revisit that in 2023. I'm also going to revisit this altered book that I didn't quite finish and do a flip through. Started that, and then this little collage or glue book, almost done with that little one. So yeah, lots to share. Please share with me. I've so enjoyed your comments, your support, just hanging out. So happy journaling to you. I'm wishing you a happy, healthy, safe new year. And thank you so much for watching.